Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope y'all have had a blessed day. I'm so excited to be filming again. This video probably won't come out for a little bit, and I'm so sorry that I haven't uploaded in a while. We're working on it. We're working on a schedule. Also, the fact that I'm currently moving out of my apartment for the summer, so that has been taking a lot of my time and energy. It is just a busy time in my life right now. Ignore my voice. I've also got a little bit of a cold, I think it's a cold. Fingers crossed it's a cold. So yeah, we're just dealing with all that stuff, but nevertheless, we keep the train rolling, we keep the show going, because I love doing it for y'all. And I have such an exciting video for y'all today. One that I've wanted to film since before starting my YouTube channel. I've had this idea for a long time. I don't know if anybody's done it, but the idea is that I'm reading like one author that I've never read from before, like hyped authors that I've never read from before, and doing a reading vlog out of it. Today, in this reading vlog, as you saw in the thumbnail, we are going to be reading Emily Henry books for this reading vlog. I have never read an Emily Henry book. Interestingly enough, I did not hear about Emily Henry from Beach Read, because Beach Read is like her #1 book, right? Like it's the BookTok book, the book that kind of went viral for BookTok and Bookstagram to like get going, I feel like. But as I've said before, I've been on the Bookstagram, BookTube sphere for so long that like I predate Beach Read. Nonetheless, this is going to be the first book we read in this video. I actually had, what's the one book she wrote? It's like a sci-fi contemporary. I'll put it up on the screen. I had this book. I thrifted it and I thought the premise was really cool, but I got rid of it because I was like, I'm never gonna read that. And then she started popping off with her little contemporary romances, and I was like, oh, okay. So I never read that one. I know she also has A Million Junes, I believe, that has been on my want to read for a long time as well. I'm so excited. In this vlog, we're gonna be reading Beach Read by Emily Henry, which this is the first book that kind of went viral, which is why I'm starting with it. It's also the earliest published of the ones that I own, so I'm going to be kind of reading them in publication order. I'm not going to be reading all of them in this vlog because that would be crazy, so I chose a couple of the ones that I was most intrigued by. So first we're going to be reading Beach Read, and then People We Meet on Vacation, and then we're going to be reading Happy Place by Emily Henry. I'm going to be saving this one for last. This one I'm most excited for. Let me give you some predictions. Honestly, I think Happy Place is going to be a 5-star for me. That's my prediction. Beach Read, I could see this also being a 5-star, maybe a 4. Sometimes hyped books I don't always get along with, and also like I missed the train by like 5 years. So we'll see. People still love this book. They still go back and reread it. People still talk about this book. So I'm predicting I'll probably give it a 4 or 5, just because I know less about this book than I do Happy Place. But I'm really excited for Happy Place. Happy Place was the first one that I bought, and then I was like, oh, I can make this video. I think I'm gonna give People We Meet on Vacation either a 3 or 4. I don't see this book being a 5-star. I haven't really seen many people rate this 5 stars, but I'm still willing to give it like a shot. Like it still looks really good. I've read the back of this one, but I'm excited for this reading vlog, and I hope that you guys enjoy this. Remember to like and subscribe. We're going to be jumping to future Anna, who's going to be reading Beach Read. And also, if you have any suggestions of authors that you'd like to see me do this video idea with, leave them in the comments below. But yeah, that's all for this intro, and let's get reading. Hey guys, I just got out of the shower. I braided my hair. I look a little busted, but that's okay. I look a little bit like House on the Prairie. But like I said, that's okay. I wanted to jump in here and give you a little bit of an update. In Beach Read, I'm literally only 18 pages in. I really like the writing so far. I really like the story setup that we're getting so far, and so far I really like January, the main character. I've already tabbed 2 things in this book. Like I said, I just really do enjoy the writing, and I think that this book is going to be a lot different from anything else I've read. I'll let y'all know when I get a little bit more substantially into it. I just wanted to say that like first impressions, first like 18 pages, I'm really liking it so far, and I'm really liking the writing, and I'm excited to see like where this goes and where this plotline goes. So yeah, that's my update. So I'm here to check in. It's later in the day from when I literally had like my 18-page check-in, but I've now made it 50 pages into it, and I wanted to give kind of a more comprehensive review, I guess you could say. Not a review, but like what my initial thoughts are. Obviously my initial thoughts in the previous clip was that I love the way that this has been written so far, and I love the quotes and I honestly am getting the Emily Henry hype at this point. This book is literally just making me laugh out loud. I love the quotes, I love the characters, I love Gus, I love January, I love the way that she is building these two up, and like the, not the insanity of it, but just like this concept is so interesting. I think the concept of having two writers who are stuck kind of in the same situation, and how they interact with each other, and just like all of the backstory and all of the lore that goes into this book. Page 50 is like exactly chapter 6, and at the end of chapter 5, it's not like there's not like a reveal, but like I can tell that like a conflict has arisen, which is super interesting. And this book has just held my attention in a way that I didn't think that it would. It has been not a long time since a contemporary romance has held my attention, but it's been a long time since a contemporary romance like this has made me feel like giddy. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, this book is just making me feel giddy and excited to read it, and I just don't want to put it down. So right now, my prediction, literally 50 pages in, is that this is going to be a 5-star read, just based off of my initial 50-page reaction. But I love the way that Emily Henry is kind of building her characters, and how they're both kind of grumpy at the moment. But I also just love the character, almost the character background and development of January, because January is described as this like super sunshiny, bubbly character until the events in her life happen, and then she is now more grumpy and pessimistic, and which is why she's having a hard time writing her, you know, happy romance novels. I'm just so excited to see where this book goes, and I'm just having a great time. Like, I'm just having a great time, like, laughing and giggling. So that's my 50-page review. I think I'm gonna update y'all maybe a little bit farther into the book, maybe like halfway through. At this point, I'm just gonna basically read tonight until I decide to go to sleep. So I'm hoping to get a good chunk done tonight, and then tomorrow morning I have to finish packing everything and get everything moved, and then I have a 7-hour drive tomorrow to move back in for the summer. So tomorrow's gonna be a crazy day. Probably not much reading is gonna be getting done tomorrow. Sunday is Mother's Day. I'm hoping to get some reading done on Sunday, but yeah, I'll just probably check in with y'all in a couple hours and see how far I can get into it. Okay, so hey everybody, it is now Sunday night. Well, more like Monday morning, but forgive the light, forgive my face. I've just picked at it because I'm dumb. But I'm officially like moved in back home for the summer from school, so I'm excited to be home for the summer and to like be able to create more videos for y'all and just have more time and freedom to do so. I wanted to check in again with y'all for Beach Read. I left the physical book at my boyfriend's house, but I told him to bring it tomorrow. So all the reading that I'm gonna be doing towards Beach Read will be on my phone because I have the ebook version on my phone. But I wanted to give an update from Friday because I have read, I think I had just started chapter 6 in my last review, and I ended up reading a lot Friday night. I think I read up past page 100. I am still loving this book. I love the banter, honestly, between the two characters, and I think that the way that Emily Henry writes her dialogue is some of the most like real, honest dialogue, and it's also funny. Like, it's funnier than I thought it would be. Like, I am like having like out loud giggle moments, like out loud laugh moments in this book, which I think is amazing, and I'm having a good time with their story. This might sound a little bit bad, but like I could care less about their little like excursions they're going on. I know it says on the back of the book that like they go on like little trips together, and like even like they like interview cult people, and like that's a huge point of the plot and like of like Gus's character development. But I just am finding myself like noticing that I don't care about those scenes, and I care much more about when they're interacting with each other more than when they're interacting with other characters. But that's just my little update on the book so far. I'm having a great time. Like I said, I'm so sorry about the lighting. I'm trying to figure out like a good way to film in this room because I never have before. That's just kind of where I'm at with everything, where I'm at with the book, where I'm at with Beach Read, and I'm really enjoying it. Hey everyone, I know I look a little rough right now, but honestly it's just been like a chill day at our house. Honestly, I haven't been reading that much, or as much as I thought I was going to. I just wanted to give y'all one last little update on Beach Read because I'm on chapter 23, page 286. So I have about maybe like 70-80 pages left of this book, and I'm gonna go ahead and lock in and get that done. So I just wanted to give you an update of how I'm feeling, and I am loving this book. Look at all the tabs. Honestly, this is not going to be anything different from my other updates, but I'm loving the two characters. I'm loving their interactions. I'm loving how they talk to each other. I just think that it is one of the most realistic books that I've read, and just the way that they interact and everything. So I just had a really good time. The only thing that I will say is like a little annoying is just like their conflict. Like I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like it's not a justified conflict. So also, if you can hear the TV in the background in my living room, that's my little brother, so I apologize. But the conflict is a little frustrating, but I feel like every romance book has to have conflict, and I think this is one of the most real conflicts, and I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting the conflict that it was to be what it is, if that makes sense. But I'm just really enjoying it, and I'm super excited to finish this one, and I will check back in with y'all when I'm done, and then we'll move on to our second book of the vlog. So I'm recording this review on a different like setting on my phone than I normally do, and I don't really like the audio that comes with this setting, but hopefully if I just talk loud enough, it will be good enough for my final review for Beach Read for this video. This is the first book of the video, and I'm so excited that we started out with this one because this is just such a good representation, I think, of Emily Henry's writing and what she can do with a world. I'm so glad to have read this year, just because I feel like I've been in a little bit of like a rut and a slump with contemporary romances, and I feel like I haven't really like found the one that I've like loved and one that like has made me sob my eyes out, because this one made me sob. This one, I feel like just the themes that Emily Henry talked about, they were so relatable, and I feel like she just wrote the most relatable characters and the most relatable story in the way that she could have in a romance book, and I just really appreciated how real all of the characters seemed, and they didn't seem fantastical or romance character-esque. They seemed, like I said, just real, and I just love that about this book. I'm very excited to have finally stepped in the world of Emily Henry and to get to read her next books, because if they're anything like this, I'm gonna love them. So yeah, I loved this book. I loved Gus. I loved January. January was a little bit annoying at times, and I can kind of see why Gus kind of almost not got annoyed with her, but like wished he could have thought the way she did, because the way she thinks used to be really idealistic and romantical. January is just a romanticizer, which is fine because that's how I am, but I really did love this book, and overall I gave this book 5 stars, which is not a surprise or shock to anybody, but I'm so excited to keep reading from Emily Henry, and I'm glad that this was the first book of the video. And now we're gonna be moving on to People We Meet on Vacation. My physical book is somewhere outside of my room. I'm so excited to get into People We Meet on Vacation. I've seen kind of mixed reviews for it. Hasn't been people's favorite when like comparing it to Beach Read or like her other books, but I'm excited to read it not having read anything else other than Beach Read. I will let y'all know when I start People We Meet on Vacation. I'm so excited to start it, and I hope that y'all are excited too. So I just went and grabbed People We Meet on Vacation because I kind of wanted to see what it was about and let y'all know what it's about. This is her second book that she published after Beach Read. That's not right. She has a backlist, but like her second contemporary romance, I believe, that she has written. This book is about Poppy and Alex. They have nothing in common. She was a wild child. He wears khakis. She has insatiable wanderlust. He prefers to stay home with a book. And somehow, ever since a fateful car share home from college many years ago, they are the very best of friends. For most of the year, they live far apart. She's in New York City, and he's in their small hometown. But every summer for a decade, they have taken one glorious week of vacation together, until 2 years ago when they ruined everything. They haven't spoken since. Poppy has everything she should want, but she's stuck in a rut. When someone asks when she has truly felt happy, she knows without a doubt that it was on that ill-fated final trip with Alex, and so she decides to convince her best friend to take one more vacation with her, lay everything on the table, make it all right. Miraculously, he agrees. Now she has a week to fix everything. If only she can get around the one big truth that has always stood quietly in the middle of their seemingly perfect relationship. What could possibly go wrong? This seems promising. This seems similar to Beach Read in that they're both like vacation-y beachy books, which like makes sense. Like they have the same vibe. I'm excited to get into this one. This one was published in I think 2021. Yeah, 2021. And this book is literally the same size as Beach Read, like almost the same amount of pages. So let's get into this, and hopefully it doesn't take me a week to read like it did Beach Read. But I was reading Beach Read in kind of a crazy time in my life. Crazy time. I just had a lot going on, and now I have nothing going on, so I'm just gonna be reading until my heart gives out. So I just opened People We Meet on Vacation, and the dedication says, I wrote the last one mostly for me, this one's for you. And just coming off from like reading Beach Read and going straight into this one, it honestly kind of hit kind of not hard, but like I thought it was kind of cute that she was like, oh, the last book I read was for, or the last book that I wrote was for me, but like this one's for you. And so like I'm kind of excited to see like what this like what the overarching theme of this book is gonna be, like what life theme it is. But yeah, I'm super excited to be getting into this book. But yeah, I literally only wanted to pop in to talk about how I love the dedication. Anyways. So like I just made it to chapter 3 in People We Meet on Vacation, and for some reason this book is like making me sob. Like I'm on chapter 3 and I'm just getting sad. It's just so real. And like I just feel like the types of stories that Emily Henry writes is just they're real. They're like real human things that people don't like to talk about. And like just the fact that like her and her best friend stopped talking, and then like they can kind of just like text each other like nothing happened, but you can still kind of feel the tension of like just like losing somebody that you once knew so well. Also like the dread of like, not the dread, but like whenever you find out something happened in their life but they didn't tell you that something big happened when like years ago you would have been the first person they ran to. Like what? This book, I'm on chapter 3 and I want to cry. Hello. Hey everybody, ignore the TV in the background and my brothers in the background because they're outside my door in the living room, you know, being brothers. Anyways, I figured I would hop on to update y'all with where I'm at in People We Meet on Vacation, and I am really loving this so far. I keep comparing it to Beach Read because I just read Beach Read and it's her other book, so I'm like comparing it to Beach Read in a sense. I've made it to chapter 16, page 152, so I made it pretty far from my last update last night when I started reading it. I have a couple qualms, I will say. I didn't really have many qualms with Beach Read, but with this one, I'm just feeling like the repetitiveness of it. Like I feel antsy, like I kind of just want to know. I kind of just want to know like the whole like conflict that happened during that summer where, you know, they stopped talking, you know, like what, like the summer they ruined everything, like it's on the back. But I find myself just really wanting to know about that. I'm really loving their friendship. I love them as characters. I'm finding it really hard to relate to Poppy, so like a part of me is like not connecting to this book as much just because I don't relate to Poppy as much, although I do really love her family dynamics and how her family was described because I do relate to her a lot in that way. So there are still a lot of aspects of this book that I'm loving. I love the plot. It is a little bit confusing going like, because we have like the main plot of like this summer that we're going through, like the summer present day, and then we're going through like all of the past summers, but we're not going like in order. We're kind of going backwards, but we already saw one from 5 years ago. It's kind of confusing, so like that's a part of the book that like is just confusing for me. I have a lot more qualms with this than I thought I did. Maybe I'm just like catching all the criticisms because like I really do love this book and I love Emily Henry and I love her writing that I've noticed. I'm tabbing this one as well as I did Beach Read just because I realized that I love her writing and I think that's just how it's gonna be. If I have to read one more line about Alex's sad puppy dog face, like we're about not even halfway through and I've probably read that line about 40 times. So yeah, that's my update. I'll let y'all know. I might update you one more time. I'm so sorry if y'all can hear them in the background, but I want to finish this clip out. Yeah, I'll probably update you whenever, like right before I finish, I'll probably update you with a little bit left and then give you an update on what I thought about this book. My predictions right now, honestly, is probably nothing less than a 4-star. I could see myself giving this 5 stars. Right now, I feel like it just needs to build up a little bit more, and it depends on like what the conflict was during that summer that they stopped talking, like the summer that ruined everything. Like it depends on what that conflict is, I think, on what I'm gonna give this book, because I really, really want to know, and it's bothering me that I don't. But yeah, that's my update on People We Meet on Vacation. In the clip before this one, you'll have seen me reading this in my little egg chair reading nook. Well, not mine, but my stepmom's. My phone died while I was recording me reading the end of this and recording my reactions to the end of this book, but I'm here to update because I finished the book. I don't have a rating for it yet, so I think I'm going to talk about the rating for this book at the end of the vlog whenever I'm done finishing all the books for this vlog. I loved the first 60-70% of this book. Like, could not put it down. I needed to know every little thing that happened. I needed to extract every little detail from Poppy and Alex's friendship and relationship out of this book. Like, I needed it. Like, I needed air to breathe. And I think that Emily Henry does such a good job of writing characters that are so relatable, which is why, like, we can kind of relate to Poppy because she's kind of going through a, like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing with my life kind of thing. But also just, like, I just can relate to a lot of this book in ways that I didn't think that I could. This was very, very good. The writing is like the same as Beach Read. It's very addictive. I didn't like the ending as much as I thought I would, and also the like twist of like what happens in Croatia is a letdown. And I also found out, like, yes, I know it's a romance book, like whenever they get together it kind of happens at like the 70% mark of the book, but like I noticed that I stopped caring whenever they finally like got together. So the last part of this book I really didn't love as much. Now the quotes were great, the writing was still great, I obviously tabbed the heck out of this book. I just didn't love the ending as much as I would want to, but I love the characters and I love the story. I don't want to say more than Beach Read, but I think I relate to it more than Beach Read, so I don't really know what to do with the writing of this book. Honestly, it's probably going to be either a 4 or 5. I don't see it being any less than a 4. I usually don't do half stars, and I don't see it being right to give this 4.5, so I'm just gonna like sit on it a little bit more until I can come up with like an actual rating for this book. But I did really, really love it, and I think that you should read it. But yeah, I just wanted to update y'all on this. I'm gonna think about it for a couple days and see what the rating is. And you know, I usually do Cawpile for my ratings, which is just rating based on characters, atmosphere, writing, plot, intrigue, logic, and enjoyment, and that kind of just compiles to a rating. It just uses numbers to come up with like a more logistical rating, which is kind of how my brain works whenever I rate books, just because I used to read so much that like I had to use Cawpile or else I would have just rated everything 4 or 5 stars. That is a wrap on People We Meet on Vacation, and I loved it. So I don't know. I think I'll probably end up giving it a 5-star. I think that I'll probably always be thinking about this book, even if there were specific plot points that I didn't absolutely love. Yeah. So That's people we meet on vacation. Now, let's talk about what we're gonna do next in the vlog. I talked about it in the intro. We're gonna be reading Happy Place, and this is the one that I'm most excited for. This one I've seen the best ratings for. This one is the newest of her releases that I have physically. This one was published after Book Lovers. I don't have Book Lovers, but I do want to read that one as well. This one was published in 2023. And I'm so excited to read it. So I've been tabbing my books with these. These are literally just like the leftovers of the tabs that I've had for like a couple years now. As you can see, they're like all different colors and they don't match the cover, and I don't really usually care about that. But going into Happy Place, I have something exciting to show y'all, and this is making me way more excited than it should. But this is just book girly things, so I'm sure you guys will understand. But I bought so many colors of tabs, and what I'm gonna do is I have an empty thing of tabs in this jar. I actually have a couple things of empty tabs. I always keep these just for like bookmarks, honestly, because I'm not like picky about my bookmarks. But I think I'm gonna make a specific color scheme tab thing for Happy Place. So I'm gonna go do that, and then whenever I come up with it, I'm gonna show y'all because I'm excited for that. But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and start reading Happy Place, and I'll let y'all know when I get into it, and also to show you what I create tab wise. So y'all are gonna have to excuse the fact that I look like this and then I'm vlog style, but I have been up reading and I wanted to give y'all an update on Happy Place because I've finally reached the 100-page mark, and y'all are gonna be really surprised by this. But I'm not enjoying it as much as I enjoyed the other ones at the moment. I'm still tabbing it. The writing's still great. It's still very relatable, and I think that this is not the most relatable, but I kind of love it just because like I'm a college student right now, and this is kind of like their college friend group that they hang out with every summer now, and like they have all these inside jokes, and it just like hits home because it's my summer break and I miss all my college friends right now. Yeah, so that's an aspect that I like about this book. I honestly don't like Win. Am I supposed to like Win? Am I supposed to like Harriet? Because I don't really like either of them and I don't really know what to do. I'm hoping that this changes because this is like everybody's second favorite book. But right now, I just don't care. Yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know that I'm 100 pages in. Also, I thought I would show y'all the tabs that I made to go with the book. I'm really proud of that, by the way. Yeah, so I will update y'all when I get further in, I guess, but right now I'm not getting that giddy feeling as much as I did with the other ones. I'm not saying that I don't have it, but it's just not as much as the other ones. So yeah, bye guys. Hey everybody, I don't know the last time that I updated you guys. I think it was when I was giving my 100-page update on Happy Place. I'm just gonna tell you this right now, y'all are not gonna be happy with this update, but that's okay. Things happen, and I just need to finish reading this book and get this video uploaded. Also, I did do my hair today. It was curled, and then I went on a run outside, and it started raining, so my hair is no longer curled, but the thought was there, so I'm sorry if it looks bad now. I literally just brushed it and sprayed dry shampoo in it, but it was in a ponytail and I was running and it was raining, and this is what happens. It is literally like midnight, hence why the lighting is so harsh and bam on my face. But I wanted to tell you how I'm feeling about Happy Place. I don't remember what I said at the 100-page update, but I'm 250 pages in now, and I can't remember, like I said, I can't remember what I said at the 100-page update, but I'm just not loving this book like I thought I would. And maybe it's because I've read these books back to back to back that I'm getting a little burnt out of like a romance story, but like I loved Beach Read and I loved People We Meet on Vacation, which at the end of this video you will see my final review and rating for People We Meet on Vacation, because I've finally come up with the rating. Nobody's gonna be, well, it is a little bit of a surprise for me, but this book is surprising me in all the bad ways. Obviously I'm still loving it, like I'm tabbing it, and the thing is, I've been tabbing these books because I love Emily Henry's writing. It turns out I just relate to the way that she puts certain thoughts and feelings into words, and I think that makes you an author. She's a great author, I guess. And I like the themes that are being explored in this book. I just don't y'all are gonna get so mad at me. I just don't care about Harriet and Win. Like, I don't. Like, Win kind of sucks. And, like, we're getting to the point of the book where I think we're supposed to finally kind of feel sympathy for Win. We're getting to the point where we kind of see why he made the decisions that he made, but I still don't care. Like, at this point, I'm just reading this book to finish it and not reading this book because I want to finish it. And I would DNF it, but I'm just not going to because I'm this far into it. And also, like, I don't feel like DNFing Happy Place by Emily Henry is the right move, because what if my whole mood switches up at the end? I'm hoping it does, because I predicted that this book would be a 5-star and it's just not doing that right now. That is my update for this book. I'm gonna try and get a little bit of reading done tonight. I probably won't finish this tonight. Like I said, it's already midnight. I've been working on 1,000 other things that I have to do because I am the maid of honor in a wedding literally this weekend. It is, my watch isn't on my hand, but it is now Thursday. Is it Thursday? No, it's Wednesday. I don't know what days are, but it's Wednesday today, and I want to get this done so that I can get this video uploaded before I have all that wedding stuff. So I'm going to see if I can get a good chunk read before I go to bed tonight. We'll see if I finish it. I probably won't, knowing how slow I've been reading lately, and the way that how slow I've been reading this book because I don't love it. I think I'm just disappointed. I think I had way too high of expectations. And that's all I have to say. That's my update. So it is quite literally almost 4 in the morning. I have 50 pages left in Happy Place. And I'm going to bed. And I'll finish it tomorrow. Good night. Hey everybody, I am back for the final update of the vlog. I know y'all are probably really sad that this video is ending, but I am a little relieved because it has taken me a month to finish these books and this video, and I'm traveling again because I am in a wedding on Saturday. And so I really wanted to get this done and filmed and edited and posted before that wedding on Saturday. But I have an update on Happy Place, but first I'm gonna give you the updated update on People We Meet on Vacation. So I ended up giving that book 5 stars, and I don't really know how to explain it because I know that I had more issues with it than Beach Read, honestly, and I don't know how to explain my feelings. I think if I'm gonna do this again, I won't read them back to back to back like I've done this time, but I also really enjoyed that experience of doing it back to back to back. It made me feel really productive, I guess. I don't know, but I gave People We Meet on Vacation 5 stars. I loved it, and I keep thinking about that book more than I've been thinking about Beach Read, honestly. I think I'm going to be thinking about it more than I've thought about Happy Place, which is a crazy take. But I kind of gave you all like my thoughts and feelings on People We Meet on Vacation in the last clip of that we saw about that book, but I didn't give you a full rating for People We Meet on Vacation. My official rating for People We Meet on Vacation is 5 stars. I love that book. I will recommend it to literally everybody. I love it. I think it's the sweetest. I think it's the most real, and I don't know, I just really enjoyed that one. Now, for the Happy Place review and update, I have finished this book. There's a lot of tabs in it. I will say, as an overall thesis statement of this video, is that I love Emily Henry's writing. I think that if y'all want to see a second part of this video of me reading Book Lovers, Funny Story, and Great Big Beautiful Life, I would love to do that, and I probably will do that. This book I ended up giving 4 stars. If we look at my spreadsheet, it's technically a 4.5 star, but I don't do half-star ratings, so this is gonna stick as a 4. I know that this is a controversial opinion, but that's just my opinion. And I think at this point, now this could change with rereads, with thoughts, feelings, all the things, that right now my ranking is People We Meet on Vacation, Beach Read, and then Happy Place. This book, I just really hated the first 50-60% of this book. I don't know what it is. Like, in theory, I should like this book. I think that I'm just a little bit too young to really feel this book, but I've also seen young people love this book. But basically Harriet in this book, she's the female main character. She is, I think, 30, like early 30s, and then the male main character, Win, is also in his 30s, and all of the characters are in their 30s, and it's kind of exploring going their separate life directions after like being so close through college and like a couple years after that, and just like what it means to live separately from each other but still love each other as like a family, if that makes sense. So I do love the themes in here. I just didn't care about Win or Harriet, so I didn't care about the relationship in this book, and also it was very predictable. And I'm not saying that a book can't not be predictable. Like, I like predictable books. Romances are predictable. Like, of course they're gonna get back together in the end. Sorry if that's a spoiler. It's probably not. If you're going into a romance book, expect that. But I think this book was more women's fiction, which I did like. I just didn't care for Win. He seemed a little basic. I'm sorry. And so did she. They're basic. All the characters in this book was basic. Like, I feel like this is a movie I would 1000% watch and then forget. But I still liked it. Like, all that being said, that's why this is a 4-star, not a 5. But this is still a really good book, and I'm still gonna recommend this book to all of my friends. I still think it is an amazing book with amazing quotes, amazing themes, amazing ideas. I also really like the center of mental health in this book. Mental health trigger warnings. That's all I'm gonna say, because I don't want to spoil anything because it's kind of a spoiler. But yeah, so I did like this. I like how it explored mental health within a relationship and what it means to like be happy with somebody but to also need to find yourself without them, if that makes sense. So I really did like the themes in this book, and that's why it's a 4-star. That could change. I could change the rating down the road, but honestly, like, I loved all 3 of these books so much that this experiment worked so good. So if y'all have any like hyped authors that you would like to see me do another reading vlog of, them in the comments down below. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to my channel, and yeah, I hope y'all have a blessed day, and thank you for watching this video. I'm sorry this is kind of an abrupt ending, but I'm tired and it has been a long month and I'm just ready to be done with this. Not ready to be done with it. I love creating these videos for you guys. I'm just so excited that I'm done reading these books, and I'm glad that I got to experience them and tab them and have the quotes forever. Final rating: People We Meet on Vacation, beach read, happy place. Fight me about it. Fight me about it. Okay. I love you guys. Bye.